Welcome back, RFL. We have some Monday night football here ready to start week 3 as the Louisville Lumberjacks look to get their revenge on the Columbus Explorers from week 1, where the Explorers won a very close game on the road. We have Daryl Johnson, former Reload Bowl champion in the Columbus Explorers, here to go off against the Lumberjacks' own young quarterback in Jordan Granger. Both quarterbacks, former Rookie of the Years. So another divisional matchup. The Explorers already 2-0 in the division, taking down the Barons last week. As I make sure everybody can hear me. We're going to go ahead and get this started. All right, it looks like the Explorers are going to get the ball first here in week 3, Monday night prime time, and their offense is on the field at the 26-yard line. First play of the game, they're going to motion out Joshua Jeffries as Daryl Johnson takes the snap, throws it to his tight end for a quick 7-yard gain here to start the game. Both of these teams, high-powered receivers, good young quarterbacks. As we get a play action, just going to check it out quickly. I'm not sure what that linebacker was doing. Number 45, Garrett Evans, just staring as the drag goes right by him for an easy first down for the Columbus Explorers. 2 plays gets them all the way up to the 45 as he's got some pressure in his face when he checks it out quickly to his running back, and they're going to say he's out of bounds. Man, I really thought he had both feet in, but he was going to check it down. Daryl Johnson's got to get the ball out faster than that. That's the Lumberjacks are going to send a linebacker. They're going to get pressure, and they hit Daryl Johnson as he throws. Looks like Chase Schilling got back there and put that pressure on Daryl Johnson. Bring up the first third down of the game. Daryl Johnson looking, they rush for it. They're going to get pressure, and they hit him as he throws again. He gets the ball out to Caleb Houston, but only for a 3-yard gain. They're going to be forced to punt on their opening drive. That combination of Caleb Houston and C.J. Robinson for the Explorers can be really scary to deal with. Sheldon Reinhardt and Antonio Corrigan, Jaquan Bridge, are going to have their hands full on the defense side of the ball for the Lumberjacks tonight. But now we're going to get our first look at Jordan Granger. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year from the NRC, won the NRC North last year, upsetting the Explorers as they're going to get this handoff to D'Amico Brewer for a 2-yard gain. The Lumberjacks looking to repeat their success from last year, as I said, winning their division, beating out the Explorers, who missed the playoffs for the first time in their franchise history. You know, they don't want that to happen again. With a quick, as they get pressure, Tyquil Jones for the sack, bringing the Lumberjacks all the way down to the 5-yard line. Bring up a 3rd and long early in the game for the Lumberjacks. As Granger is getting pressure again, he gets it as he throws, and that's incomplete. Dylan Cutler in the backfield that time, making a quick 3 and out on the Lumberjacks' first drive of the game, having a punt from their own end zone. He's going to get the punt off, and the Explorers are going to set up past midfield with a crazy janky-looking spin move as the returner gets clotheslined by Sherrod Hyde, and they're going to get the ball at the 47. Coming out in a heavy I formation. It's going to be play action. He's looking. He's got to get pressure in his face. Just swatted down. That's Chase Schilling in the backfield again. Getting the hit on DJ in the last drive and now swatting that pass. just steamrolled the guard there as it swatted at the line again. This time with the defensive tackle, Derek Hatcher. Back-to-back plays blown up by the defensive lineman just knocking the ball away as they only rushed 3 this time, giving DJ plenty of time. He's going to throw it up. He's got a step. Touchdown! Caleb Houston and the Explorers burning his man Corrigan there on the outside. He just beats his man right off the rip. DJ just giving the play time to develop and just runs right past the corner. But Caleb Houston really looking to take over for C.J. Robinson here for the Explorers. Now we know C.J. Robinson, long-time Explorer, long-time veteran, always one of the top 4 to 5 receivers in the league. Some would argue top 2. But he's on the older side. They drafted Caleb Houston in the first round a couple seasons ago. A 6'6" monster with blazing speed. As we have a huge return that stopped at the 40. And they were really looking for Caleb Houston to be their future #1 receiver as C.J. Robinson got older. And he's really filling those shoes nicely. As we had a play action from the Lumberjacks this time, and that stops quickly for a 2-yard gain. As we see an injured Lumberjack here, looks to be Ballantyne. We'll have to check out later in the game to see if we see 59 back on the field. As they're going to hand the ball off to Brewer, who has a lane, but a quick shot there by Darius Young to make it 3rd and short on the Lumberjacks' second drive. All right, they're going to give the ball to John Kobe this time, who's got a huge lane. Takes a shot at the end to run, but gets them past midfield and up to the 40. This 1-2 punch in the Lumberjacks' backfield is something that's we're going to have to keep an eye on all season between D'Amico Brewer and John Kobe. The John Kobe, the bigger of the 2 backs, just finds a nice little seam to get them up to the 40-yard line. So Lumberjacks come out in another heavy formation, and they are going to give the ball back to Brewer, who's got his own lane, tries to juke out Rashad Chamberlain there, just can't quite do it, but a nice 13-yard gain on 1st down. As they're going to give the ball to Brewer again, who's got another hole and another 1st down. Back-to-back 13-yard gains for number 23. You know, I was talking to some guys throughout the league and just talking about how it felt like D'Amico Brewer was really, really hyped when his draft class came around with him and Darnell Hodge as these really, really good backs. Then he had a really disappointing rookie year, and it kind of feels like everyone forgot about Brewer. You know, when you had guys like Amir Williams and Cam Perkins and Darnell Hodge and all the other great backs in the league, as they get a quick 1st down there to 3rd and goal, but it kind of feel like after that really disappointing rookie season by Brewer, people just kind of forgot about him, started sleeping on him, and then last year had a really good year, and this year seems to have exploded back onto the scene as Jordan Granger's looking, finds it, touchdown Lumberjacks. John Johnson in the back of the end zone. So we have back-to-back scoring drives here, one by the Explorers, and then the Lumberjacks answer immediately, kind of similar to what we saw in week 1, as they kept going back and forth on scores, always able to answer each other. So, you know, hoping for another shootout here, another classic game. The Explorers, for their 3rd offensive drive, are going to get down to the 27 and we'll start there. Turned by Christian Williams. As now the Explorers are coming out in their own heavy formation, similar to what the Lumberjacks did last game, really trying to establish that run game as they have another play action. He's going to throw it, and it's caught. 83, Randy Stewart, the rookie tight end out of LSU. And, you know, the Explorers have a couple LSU rookies on their team with Randy Stewart. They drafted Brian Robinson in the first round, who's their starting slot corner. And they also drafted the safety, Dominique Jewell. All three of these guys from LSU. And they will hand the ball off this time, and he gets a lane. That's Bradley Atogwe for a nice 8 to 9 yard gain. Over 100 yards last week. And this one would be huge for the Explorers as Daryl Johnson's going to get shut down on the read option. Looks like Justin Yaron stuffs that for a 1 yard gain. But this one would be huge for the Explorers. That would make them 3-0 in divisional play already with 2 games left against the Gunners still. As he's going to check it down quickly, and that pass is dropped by Caleb Houston. And they're going to punt the ball back. That punt's going to sell out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Lumberjacks looking to use this drive and capitalize on getting a lead for the first time this game. That's going to try to trust the run game again, but it's not working that time as they get a 1 yard loss. Coming out with trips to the top of the screen here. As Jordan Granger's looking, he's got to throw it, but he's going to step up, rushes for a first down and a lump, and slides down at the 41. Huge pickup from Jordan Granger. You know, Jordan Granger and Daryl Johnson, similar archetype of quarterback. You know, they're these pocket passers who can scramble. Not necessarily scrambles, they are more pocket passers, but known to use their legs when needed. Setting them up beautifully as they'll give the ball back to D'Amico Brewer, who makes a plethora of moves up the middle, just finding any way he can to get a nice first down for the Lumberjacks. The Lumberjacks doing kind of whatever they want on the ground here tonight. Huge runs all the time as they shut that down quickly. DeMarco Lando, huge hit from the middle linebacker. You can see Brewer trying to get around his offensive line there, number 73, and just can't quite get there before Lando gives him that shot in the chest. Jordan Granger's looking, gets pressured, and he's brought down! Dylan Butler with the sack. They're going to say holding on O.C. Okafor. I assume they decline here, and they do. That's 3rd and 18. Jordan Granger's looking to pass. He's getting pressured, and he's going to be taken down by Tyquil Jones. His 2nd sack of the game. And that punt's going to go out of bounds, out of the back of the end zone, which means the Explorers are going to get the ball at the 20-yard line. So Justin's going to get it out quickly to C.J. Robinson's first catch of the game, a nice 3 yards. And that is going to take us to the end of the first quarter, tied 7-7. And, you know, guys, get ready for week 3. We have 7 new Backbreaker Football League jerseys you guys are going to see here tonight. The Miners take on the Oklahoma Stampede, or the Bisons. The Red Dragons are taking on the Baltimore Cannons, or what used to be the Gunners. As they'll start here in the second quarter, 2nd and 7. Another play action. Going to get back to Caleb Houston again, his favorite target so far in this early season. as that sets up a 3rd and 2. As they're down, quick throw right back to Caleb Houston for a 1st down. Caleb Houston just finding holes over the zone, beating his man-to-man. Has really been on fire. Came into this week top 5 in the league in receiving. Looking to be number 1 after this game. As they send pressure, but it doesn't matter. He gets the ball out to C.J. Robinson for a 1st down. Again, Darryl Johnson just finding the hole in the zone. You can see at the bottom of the screen, they have number 27, Reinhardt, lined over Houston. Reinhardt, an offseason acquisition, led the league in interceptions last year. As he throws it up, it's jumped in the air, and the Lumberjacks had multiple opportunities and could not come down with the interception. That is a very dangerous pass from Darryl Johnson. So they're just going to hand the ball to Otawe this time, and that's stopped immediately by Chase Schilling. Third and 10 for the Explorers as he throws. Caught, 1st down, but there's a flag. I believe this is coming back, and it is a holding on the Explorers. Keith Fedorowicz going to make it 3rd and 20 now. So what was 3rd and long now becomes 3rd and extra long. As Darryl Johnson's looking, he's going to throw it up to Caleb Houston again, who's got a step, and he's got it. 1st down, Explorers. You can see Reinhardt tried to press him up there man-to-man, and Houston just runs right by his man again. 2nd deep ball to Caleb Houston in this 1st half, making the Lumberjacks secondary looking silly out there. So they come out in the empty. You can see Caleb Houston now in the slot, matched up with a linebacker. And he's going to get hit as he throws. Oh, the ball was knocked up in the air again. Another missed opportunity from the Lumberjacks.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Joe Johnson coming out of them again and just overthrows both drag routes. I'm not really sure which one of those 2 players he was trying to get it to. And they're going to come out in empty in the 3rd straight play. You can see the defenders all pressed up on all sides as he's looking. He throws. It's caught. Touchdown, Explorers, C.J. Robinson. That looked to be number 25, Danny Cisco, in coverage there. No, 29. That's Jaquan Grayson who got beat by C.J. Robinson on that play. You know, that's just a veteran move from C.J. Robinson, running that streak route and then just hitting a quick turnaround. And Darryl Johnson just knowing exactly where to put the ball, only where his man can get it, and then touchdown, Explorers. This ball will come up to the 29. D'Amico Brewer up to 6 yards per carry so far here in the 1st half. Jordan Granger looking to pass, finds someone, and that is a great catch from John Johnson with Marquez Ray in coverage. Now that is the one area lacking on the Explorers this season is their corners. They still have a great front 7, still have really good safeties, but they have Rashad Chamberlain, who's a 90-plus corner. But then their next 2 corners, and Marquise Ray and Brian Robinson, albeit he's a rookie, are both under 80s. And that's just, you're not going to see a lot of teams be very successful with that kind of lack of depth and talent in the cornerback room. Now, you know, you give the Explorers a couple seasons, a season or 2, let Brian Robinson develop, let their other rookie corner, Tayshawn Wiggins, develop. That is something to look out for through the course of the season. is how well the Explorers corner room hold up against the RFL. As we're going to get a delay of game here on the Lumberjacks.
Delay of game.
Gordon Rangers looking to pass on 3rd and 12. He's going to hit it quickly to Zach for the 82, Drew Blaze. But that stopped short, 4th and 1. And the Lumberjacks are lining up to go for it here in the second quarter. Right at midfield. He's looking to throw, but he's sacked immediately. Number 91, Devon Andrews, comes untouched, it looks like, through the layout. Just comes untouched and blows that play up before we even got a chance to start. That's also going to give the Explorers excellent field position inside the 50 already to add to their lead. I'm not sure what the Lumberjacks offensive line was doing. That center snapped the ball and just got out of the way. Said, please come on through. As Daryl Johnson's looking, it hits Caleb Houston again for a 5-yard gain. They're going to hand the ball to Otagwe, who tries to get the edge. Stiff arms Reinhardt and gets to the 29-yard line. The Explorers already inside the 30. As Daryl Johnson's looking, throws quickly. It's caught by Houston again, this time for a 3-yard gain. Great, 2nd and 7. Daryl Johnson's looking, throws, caught by Latavius Austin for a 1st down inside of the red zone at the 15-yard line. As the Explorers are going to give the ball back to Otagwe, who has a huge lane and walks into the end zone untouched. Touchdown, Explorers. Great play call and play design here by the Explorers. Bradley Otagwe, 15-yard touchdown, completely untouched. No one even near him until he was already in the end zone. And that'll quickly give the Explorers a 2-touchdown lead here in the second quarter, 21-7. All set up for that huge 4th down sack by Devon Andrews. As John Copey returns the ball to the 34-yard line. The Lumberjacks looking to redeem themselves on that last drive. And they give the ball back to Brewer, who's got a huge lane and gets past the 50 up to the 40 to the 38-yard line. Taking a play out of the Explorers, what looks to run a very similar play, and it hits hugely as the Explorers call a timeout here. All right, that one play, giving the Lumberjacks a huge boost in momentum here as Jordan Granger audibles to a new play that he seems to like better as he gets pressured and just quickly hits John Johnson, who holds onto the ball through contact again. Shaquille Bolden on the tackle that time. And it's play action. He quickly fires it, but it's going to be 3rd and 2 as the receiver steps out. Play action as he gets hit while he's thrown, and that's out of bounds. Going to attempt the field goal. It's up. And it is good. 21-10. Explorers still with the lead. All right, does that look better on your guys' screen now, or is that too low?
At the 22-yard line.
As we have 2nd and 10, a screen to Otagwe, who gets a first down on that play. Let's try that. All right, 1st and 10 after the run by Otagwe.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now take us to the 2-minute warning. Explorers with an 11-point lead, looking to add on to it as they are already approaching midfield. Darrell Johnson comes out in an empty. He's looking. It just gets blown up by number 55, Tim Pennington. Darrell Johnson has got to get out of there faster than that. Just took too much time and got blown up. Is it 2nd and 12? He's going to quickly throw it to C.J. Robinson, who makes an acrobatic catch that lets him turn up the field to make it a 6-yard gain, 3rd and manageable instead of a 2-yard gain. As they bring 5, they're getting pressure, but Darrell Johnson's going to outrun them to the sideline for a first down and more to the 20, and ducks out of bounds inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Those are the kind of plays we saw him make at Oklahoma, that we saw him make in his rookie year against the Elks, as he checks that one down quickly to C.J. Robinson. He's going to get pressure right away again, but escapes it. Runs to the outside and touchdown Explorers. Darrell Johnson with two huge scrambles on this drive, getting the Explorers back in the end zone. That is 4 first-half touchdowns for the Explorers. And he's just making it look easy out here. An 18-point lead for the Explorers right now. All right, 40 seconds here in this half left on the clock for the Lumberjacks. Should be more than enough time for them to drive down the field and get them at least 3 yards to make it a 15-point game and make it a 2-possession game instead of 3. And it's going to have to be led by reigning Offensive Rookie of the Year, Jordan Granger. As they're going to come out in a heavy formation, maybe they're just going to look to run the clock out instead. And they are. They're going to give the ball to Brewer, who runs into his own lineman after a huge hole. And the Lumberjacks are going to call a timeout at the 38-yard line. As you can see, the Explorers playing prevent defense here, just dropping everybody back. And that leaves a wide open receiver, Trey McClellan, get them up to the 49-yard line. Right, the Explorers not playing so permitted this time, having their corners closer, as he's going to quickly check it down to Kopi for a 4-yard gain. 20 seconds here left in the half, needing about 10 more yards to be in field goal range. As the corners are pressing, this time as Jordan Granger's looking, throws it high, but is caught by the tight end, Zach Hobbs, to the 37-yard line. That could be barely enough field goal range for Joe Quinn Gonzalez. And they are going to attempt it, a 54-yard field goal. And the kick is up. And it's no good. Wide right. Looks like he needed about 3 to 4 more yards there, and he would have had the accuracy. But just slightly out of range for him. As the Explorers just have 7 seconds left in the half to mess around with. As they motion Jeffries. He's just going to check it down to Jeffries real quick. And that's going to take us... Oh, they're going to call a timeout with 1 second left on the clock. Well, with 1 second left, are the Explorers just going to try to heave it up and see what happens? No, they're going to hand it off to Bradley Atogwe, who has the lane, takes 2 jukes, but is brought down by Antonio Corrigan, leading us into halftime with a huge lead by the Explorers, 28-10. But let me get back into the schedule for some of you who haven't seen it yet. You can see, if I repeat, Wednesday at 6, we have the Miners taking on the Oklahoma Stampede, which is the Bisons. Right underneath them at 8, the Atlanta Thunderbirds taking on the Dallas Specters or the Dallas Desperados. You have the Condors taking on the Portland Tomahawks or the Snowhawks. Right underneath them, the Huskies taking on the Los Angeles Raptors or the Crusaders. And right under them, the Cougars and the Pittsburgh Pioneers. Now let's get back into this Monday Night Football game as the Lumberjacks are going to be able to come onto the field after that missed field goal of 54 yards. Still down by 3 possessions. Jordan Granger been under a lot of duress so far. He's under duress again as Dylan Cutler brings him down for the sack. 7-yard loss for the Lumberjacks. Not the way you want to start the second half, already being down by 18. Explorers are really starting to rack up these sacks now. You have to start worrying about the wear and tear Gordon Granger is taking as he quickly gets the ball out to Drew Blaze for a 6-yard gain. Oh, I'm sorry, not Drew Blaze, that's D'Amico Brewer. Explorers loading up the line here, sending 5. He's got pressure, he's hit as he's thrown, and misses the receiver completely. Devontae Moore with the pressure that time. The Lumberjacks are already going to have to punt a quick 3-and-out series to start the second half. As the returner just runs right into a tackle down at the 37-yard line. All right, Explorers in the I formation. Their first drive of the second half. It's going to be a handoff to Atogwe, who finds a little running room, breaks the tackle, and it looks like he could be gone to the 20, the 10, touchdown. 63 yards to the house on the first play of the second half for the Explorers. Brandley Atogwe. He broke the first tackle after the linebacker met him in the hole, and then just outran everybody to the end zone. And you get a quick 35-10 lead here, assuming this extra point. So a 25-point lead right out of the gate in the second half for the Explorers. As they force a fumble, and they pick it up. The Explorers have the ball back inside the 30-yard line as John Copey coughs it up on the kick return. That hit laid by Darius Young. As they're going to give the ball back to Atogwe, who only gets a yard. Second and 9. Darrell Johnson's looking. Fires to C.J. Robinson, who falls short. 3rd and inches. The Explorers look to be lining up in a quarterback sneak formation. And they do sneak it, and Darrell Johnson gets it. Falls forward for the first down. They give the ball back to Atogwe, who hits the nice cutback, makes a man miss, and is down to the 9-yard line. 2nd and 1. to give the watch to Hogway, but Tim Pennington lays the boom. And it's looking like the Columbus Explorers, after being swept by the Lumberjacks last year, are going to complete their sweep of the Lumberjacks this year. So John's looking, throws to C.J. Robinson, and gets all the way to the 3-yard line.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
The Columbus Explorers looking to punch it into the end zone as he's going to throw it quickly to Caleb Houston for the touchdown. What a great read on the RPO there by Daryl Johnson, and just no one was covering Houston. Everyone had their eyes in the backfield. You can see Reinhardt thought it was going to be a run play and got completely lost of where Caleb Houston went. That's now 2 touchdowns for Caleb Houston in this game. 42-10. Explorers here in the 3rd quarter. We still have a whole 14 minutes in the 4th and 8 left here. Over 20 minutes of game time left. As the Lumberjacks are going to come out on the field and are just looking to put up points here. It's not so much about whether they're going to win this game being down by 30 in the 3rd quarter, but more so about pride, respect, and not giving up. As Jordan Granger's looking, gets pressured and hits a receiver immediately, but there's a flag. I'm assuming a holding it is on O.C. Okafor, his 2nd holding of the game. 1st and 20. As Jordan Granger's looking, there's quickly to Zach Hobbs, who's tackled by 2 defenders there, DeMarco Landau and Marquez Ray, for a 4-yard gain. As they throw a screen to Brewer, who cuts inside, then back out, and gets blown up by Braylon King Moore, stopping him short of the first down, 3rd and 3. As they quickly get it out to Kofi there for a first down. So they're going to run play action. They're going to hit Zach Hobbs for a first down and more, taking them to the 41-yard line. All right, hand up to Namigo Brewer. That's shut down immediately by Shaquille Bolden for a 1-yard gain. We give it back to Brewer, who's got a little bit of a lane there, but is swallowed up quickly by Devon Andrews. Third and 7 for the Lumberjacks. As they bring a corner blitz, and they do get there. He fumbles, recovered by the Explorers. That is another turnover forced by Devontae Moore and Devon Andrews. They sit 5 there on the corner blitz, moving a lot of one-on-ones, and you can see he's just coming free and knocks the ball out of Jordan Granger's hands. You can just see the look of frustration on Granger's face as he's being constantly piled to the ground here. Daryl Johnson's going to hand the ball off to Otagwe, who is brought down quickly by Garrett Evans. Bring up a 2nd and 2. Otagwe gets the ball again for a first down, runs over Looked to be Joey Steele there, the safety.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So John's looking to pass this time. Quickly gets it out to Latavion Austin for a nice 9-yard gain. For Latavius Austin.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Second and 1, they can give the ball quickly in an RPO to C.J. Robinson. Gets a first down. Just enough blocking there by Austin and Jeffries for Robinson to reach out for that first.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
As it's a play action, Daryl Johnson overthrows his receiver. Luckily, they were in man instead of zone, and that could have easily fallen to a safety's hands. As he quickly checks it down to Caleb Houston, who takes a shot from Garrett Evans.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
As he's looking, steps up, throws, caught by C.J. Robinson inside the 10 to the 6. C.J. Robinson and Caleb Houston making mincemeat out of this Lumberjack secondary as they give the ball to Otagwe and is shut down by Derek Hatcher for no gain.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And that'll take us into the fourth quarter as we are seeing a rout by the Explorers, up 42-10 on the Lumberjacks. A much closer game we had in week 1, but not the case here. The Explorers at home dominating their division rival. Daryl Johnson hands it out to Otagwe again, who breaks the first tackle, breaks the second, but enough defenders get there to stop him for a 3-yard gain.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It's now
Right, 3rd and 3. As they motion the tight end, Daryl Johnson's looking, throws it to Otagwe, who makes a man miss and is tackled into the end zone. The Explorers put up their 7th touchdown of the game. He sent an all-out blitz. Daryl Johnson got it to his check down quickly enough. Reinhardt gets juked out of his shoes and is tackled from behind and pushed into the end zone. The Explorers have put up 49 points here in week 3. And there's still 13 minutes to go in this game.
makes the score. Our home team 49. Visitors 10.
The Lumberjacks starting at the 24-yard line, looking to score another touchdown in this game. They have not scored a touchdown since their second offensive drive of this game. As it's a handoff to Brewer for a 4-yard gain. Second and 6 as Granger drops back, quickly checks it down to Brewer, who can't break the tackle and was brought down by Adonis Vasher. Right, 3rd and 5. Jordan Granger, next at the pack, is going to get pressured, but throws it up, and it's broken up by Marquez Ray. 4th and 5 for the Lumberjacks. And they're going to go for it here on 4th down, knowing they're down by 39 points. As he's looking, it's getting pressured, hit as he's thrown, and it falls incomplete, giving the Explorers the ball at the 29-yard line, all but guaranteeing that the Explorers are going to put up 50 plus here in this game. I'm not sure I like that decision from the Lumberjacks coach. The game's already out of reach. And you're going for it on 4th and 5 inside your own 30. Daryl Johnson steps back to the pass, quickly gets it out to C.J. Robinson, who gets a nice 6-yard gain. It's a quick halfback draw for a first down to Otagwe. Looking to put up over 200 scrimmage yards in this game, putting them inside the red zone at the 16. As DJ's looking to pass, throws it quickly to the slot, and that's a first down. Latavius Austin to the 5-yard line. As these Force come out in a heavy run formation. Daryl Johnson's looking to pass and gets sacked. Brought down by Chase Shelley. 2nd and goal from the 11. Not sure what the cameraman's doing here. Or what we're doing here. We didn't get to see the sack either time. Bring up a 2nd and long from the goal line. As they're going to run play action, he's going to underthrow his receiver there, bringing up 3rd and goal. All right, screen pass to Otagwe, who's got a block and is going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Explorers, up to 56 points after the field goal here on Monday night here in the RFL. And man, how many touchdowns is that for DJ now? Is that 6? 5 passing, 1 rushing? What an unbelievable night for Daryl Johnson. The kick is up, and it's good. The Columbus Explorers have scored 56 points. So the Lumberjacks are quickly shut down on that kick return again to the 22-yard line. Man, what a route. I was not expecting this after their week 1 matchup came down to the wire. As Gordon Granger quickly throws it to his receiver for a 1-yard gain. Gordon Granger's pass is going to step up and scramble and slides after getting the first down up to the 33-yard line for the Louisville Lumberjacks. All right, so Granger is getting pressured but quickly throws it, and what a hit to Marco Landau, laying a shot on John Johnson. 2nd and 3. Quickly throws it, and enough for a first down. All right, 1st and 10. They send a pressure. He quickly gets it to his tight end, Zach Hobbs, who's going to fall short of the first to the 46-yard line. All right, they send another blitz. It doesn't quite get there, but he gets that pass to John Johnson inside the red zone. Louisville Lumberjacks back into the red zone since the first quarter. Should give the ball to John Copey, who jukes his way to the outside for a gain of 2. The empty set now for Granger as he's pressured, throws, and tackled 3rd and 1. That's Larry Cruz's first catch of the game, as it looks like they're lining up in a quarterback sneak here. And he will sneak, and he will fall forward for the first down. 1st and goal from the 8. What a ridiculous throw by Jordan Granger. Like he's just trying to have some fun with it, knowing how this game has gone. We'll head off to the fullback, who was stuffed for a loss of 1. All right, 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Jordan Granger's looking, it's a screen, but Kobe can't get there. It's going to bring up 4th down for the Lumberjacks, who are going to go for it on 4th and goal from the 3. Doing it for pride as he throws, and it's caught for a touchdown. Trey McClellan scores for the Louisville Lumberjacks, making it 56-17. Puts them within 40 points here. As the Explorers returner will take a shot there to the 22-yard line. Joe Johnson, 5 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing, 6 total on the day, with over 300 passing yards. Yes, they're going to hand the ball off to Otagwe, who hits a nice cutback for a 5-yard gain. Going to assume that both teams just let the clock run out here. ZJ takes a stop and hands it off to Otagwe for no gain. 3rd and 5. Garrett Evans striking the pose.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
And they're going to do one more timeout, as that's a TFL for Garrett Evans again, with 30 seconds left on the clock. They are going to punt it here, so this will be our last play of the game, as they'll fair catch it, and that'll do it. Columbus Explorers 56, Louisville Lumberjacks 17 in a 39-point rout. The Explorers take the win. What a way to start week 3.